All right, SPY continuing higher. Again, broke these highs. Indecision candle doesn't mean it, at least you would wait for it to break the lows. Yes, the volume is high. The volume is continuing to be the low side. But again, it's moving up. The trend is up. The trend is very up. So again, don't try to pick the top. Again, we want to, and this is something that somebody might be like, why the hell do they keep talking? Because a lot of people do it. That's why I talk about it. And a lot of people get their ass handed to them. So I figured that I at least let you guys know, or at least cause some type of, you know, second guessing on should I think it can't go any higher. Well, you got to have something else besides I think as an indicator, or some type of price action and volume. Besides I think will make you get beat up really, really quickly in this game. Because if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Do not fight the trend. As easy as it sounds, as much as you hear it, don't fight the trend. Okay. Even when it had this price action going back, you could see, you know, you look at the weekly time frame, you could definitely still see that it's still an uptrend. Okay. Don't get overly bearish on one or 1 week pullback, if you want to call it that. QQQ still looking good to the upside. We look at the daily, still looking good from this piercing pattern. You get in based on this and you're still looking good. So I think it just can continue. Again, you're going to have a lot of breakout people trying to get in here. If you got in above this high, at least you got some profits. You might want to lock in, or you could just say, listen, I feel like I'm in a lot less stressful position regarding how I got into this trade. The diamond still looking good. Again, you know, you have this engulfing pattern. I mean, I kind of would have wanted it to be this candle, but again, you can see that the price action opened here, closed here, gap. So you could say this is engulfing pattern. Yeah, bullish engulfing pattern, indecision yesterday, and continuing price action to the upside. IWM is still kind of the one that I'm like, this doesn't look too sweet, but we'll see what happens. Apple, it's a low volume right now, so we got to see. Again, you're not really getting much of a trend right here, so you just be patient. If you're in based on something around here, even, you know, maybe a low risk trade here, I don't like, because it's starting to just not give the separation that I talked on numerous videos regarding what I like. I would be cautious. Netflix looks like it could, you know, again, the volume is so weak. On a day like today, so maybe the price movement is getting, or the action is moving out of the price line. Actually, it's still popping up, but again, you know, this is 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, I'm not going to get bullish based on that, because this price action looks a little bit more bearish in my aspect because of the lower highs that you have on the you have lower high here, lower high here. If we were playing it on the breakly, remember on the weekly, excuse me, you would look at this and say, I wouldn't, again, I wait for it to break down. I don't want to be the first one to get it, so I'll let it break, and then it's a much easier trade. And if it has some separation from below this line, I just like the probabilities more than the other one. So we'll see how much strength this one has going to the upside. Goldman Sachs is continuing to move good. The banks are looking good. Bank of America continuing to look good. City had a pretty monster day today as well. So again, you had a nice pullback, engulfing pattern, and then just continue. So if you didn't roll your stop super tight, you could still be in this position moving really well. So Tesla, we have Tesla that, again, it's still not giving much because the volume is drying, and this is what I like to see. I like to see it below this. And I'll check if I have some other stuff going on, but I like to see this separation. I like to see, especially on a retracement, so a break of this low would definitely be something I would be looking to do, at least get into, especially on a day like today where it didn't show a lot of strength based on what the indexes were doing. So that might be something you might want to look at. Microsoft continuing to give a little bit of sideways action. But this could just be congestion or consolidation for more upside potential. Again, I would not be going in long here based on a breakout. I would be getting in long here, or even around here. So you got to look and see what your style is. Again, I always tell people I'm not the one to be looking at breakouts. And some people might say, oh, well, look how beautiful this breakout was with this cup and handle. Again, I want to either get here or here. If I'm in here, I'm not going to roll. If it hit my target, fine. If it didn't, I'm looking for some underlying support on some other hot time frames to try to either put my stop even below here. So I'm already locking in some profits, but I'm not going to peel the entire position off just because it got close to a previous high. So just keep looking at the price action. Again, stop trying to, I know a lot of people are looking at the Fed, and do not become complacent on the Fed. I've seen some comments where people say, oh, wow, FOMC basically means buy the dip. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, because you end up getting lazy. And then what happens is in that FOMC report, you won't be looking at the technicals or anything underlying regarding the chart. You're just going to be saying, oh, shit, now I got a dip that I could buy. Not all dips are made the same. So you got to just make sure that you're looking at it based on the price action, not because Yellen's speaking and oh shit, she's speaking, so this pullback is based on her speaking. After they speak, they're going to do plunge protection and it's going to shoot up to the upside. That will not happen all the time. Do not be lazy. Do your homework. Take care.